Hello out there, wonderful people. This is my first time ever trying to do this, so I hope it works out well. I know you can't see my beautiful face, but you can see my beautiful guitar, or at least part of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to show you the 3 most common chords that are in songs, and for a beginner that is probably the best starting point. Chords are a little bit tricky sometimes for beginners. Some people take right to it. I'm going to show you the 3 most common chords that I use, and if you have tab websites that you can go and try to find tabs for your favorite songs, then you could actually look under the chord section sometimes, and you can kind of implement these chords in and learn the songs that you want to learn. I'm going to show you the chords G, C, and D. They're in a lot of different songs. Now granted, they are in different variations and strum patterns and such, but you'll get the idea. Now some people will tell you when you play songs that you strum like down, down, up, down, down, up. I don't do that. I think if you have a song that you want to play, you kind of come up with your own strum pattern, or you try to mimic it to the best of your ability to what your ear hears. That's what I do. I might be wrong, I might be right, but I haven't heard very many people complain about it if they listen to me play. So anyway, before I get too far off topic here, I'll go ahead and show you the 3 different chords here. I'm going to start with the G chord, which is played, I don't know if you can see it, but if you're holding your guitar, you see the white dot here. This is your 3rd fret. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3. Oh, before I start that, your strings are numbered from the bottom to the top, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that's how most books will, if you're trying to learn, that's how the books will explain it to you. So I'm going to try to keep that in track if you're trying to do this with a book of some sorts. So I want to go to the 6th string, and then 1, 2, the 3rd fret. So I'm going to hold like this. My middle finger I place on the 6th string, that's the topmost string, and it's on the 3rd fret. A fret is the open spaces in between, like the end and a bar, or a metal bar, and then in between each metal bar thereafter. So 6th string, 3rd fret, and I put my middle finger there. My pointer finger I'm gonna put on the 5th fret, on the 5th string, 2nd fret, and then I'm gonna skip down here to the bottom 2 strings, and I'm gonna take my ring finger and my pinky finger, and they're both going, well, I'll do one time. The ring finger goes on 2nd string, 1, 2, 3rd fret, and my pinky I put on the 1st string, also on the 3rd fret. So these 2 are right on top of each other. And then I add the 2 up the top, and here's what it'll sound like. I'll play each string individually, and then I'll play it as a complete chord. One thing that I did forget to mention is that tuning is very important when you're playing. The more you try to keep your instrument or your guitar in tune, the better off you'll be when it comes to playing. I try to play to the actual songs most of the time, and if I'm a little bit out of tune, I don't match the song and I think, okay, I'm doing something wrong. If you take that extra couple minutes and go through and tune your guitar, which I've previously tuned this right before I started, But I found if you do that, it tends to help you out in the long run. Okay, so I'm gonna put my fingers here. I know it looks, if you look at my fingers, it looks kind of awkward. After you do it for a few times, it actually just comes second nature, and you're like, bam, right there it is. Okay, so that's gonna sound like this. I'm gonna pluck it individual and then play the chord. Alright, for the next one, now if you get lost at any point, feel free to just pause the video and go back and rewind it, look at it, or watch the whole thing over until you get it. Alright, the next chord I'm going to do is a C chord, and that starts on the 5th string, also on the 3rd fret, kind of like the G, but you come down one. The next is on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and then here on the 2nd string on the 1st fret. I hope you can see that. Alright. And I'll pluck this one individually, and then I'll play the chord just like I did the G chord a second ago. That last time I played the top chord, or the top string, I'm sorry. When I play a C chord, I try not to play this top string. To me, it just doesn't have the same effect. Alright, and the last chord is going to make you a rock star. Maybe, not really. Motivationally speaking, you'll be a rock star. Alright, I'm going to start here on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, with my pointer finger. With my ring finger, going to the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and with my middle finger, the 1st string, 2nd fret. So these two are on the same fret, on the 2nd one, but there's a string in between. And that string in between, I just go up and 1 fret to the 3rd and put my ring finger there. And for this, I only play the bottom 3 or 4 strings. I'll pick the bottom 4 so you can hear what it sounds like, and then I'll play the chord also. Alright, those 3 chords will make you a rock star. Hopefully, depending on how this works out, I'll be doing some more chords. And when I find out actually if I can show how to do music or songs on here, I might actually do a few songs. So, until next time, keep on playing. Play what you feel is right. And when you're not playing, try to do something good for somebody else. Pay it forward. Until next time, later, all you wonderful people.